97.9 GRD Rocks. Johnnie Walker with you, and I got a special guest on the phone because they don't come into town until tomorrow. We heard from Dean this morning, and he sounded incredibly awake. And now we've got Mitch on the phone, and he sounds slightly sleepy.
Oh, I beg to differ, Johnny. I am firing on all cylinders. I'm Jesse James Dupree in this crap over here.
Uh-oh. Getting the chainsaw
yeah,
out
I'm going crazy. Yeah, getting the chainsaw out. I'm on coffee. I'm going at 10 times 10, 20 times 20. I'm just going a 4x4 on the floor, ready to go.
You do a really good Jesse impersonation.
Oh, thank you. I've spent a lot of time with him, actually, so I've got him down pretty good. And Dean sounded great this morning. That was a really fun interview. It was really, really cool.
Now, speaking of firing on all cylinders, you guys have one of the more explosive stage performances of any band that you can see.
I'm going to go ahead and agree with that. I will humbly agree with you, Johnny. I gotta say, in the last few months, it's actually become a lot more explosive and also a lot more honed and just musically. I have never heard us play this good as long as I've been alive. So I'm just really proud where we're at. And as on a performance level, I think that we're up there with some of the most entertaining and quality acts that there are out there. So, yeah, I'm really proud of Wayland.
Johnnie Walker with Mitch from Wayland. You guys are playing tomorrow night, Allegan County Fair. It's the big beer fest day, so there's lots of beers out there. And then, of course, a great show with you guys, Royal Bliss and Mutual Live. It's going to be an awesome show. If you get your $25 ticket, that also includes beer sampling, so make sure you get that ticket and join the guys out there. And when you talk about the recent growth of the show and how it's gotten better and better, a lot of that, you've been posting a lot on Instagram and Facebook about your workout routines and the things that you do. Do you and you wear this mask when you do a lot of this stuff? Do you do the Bane voice in the mask? Come on, admit it.
Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Absolutely, man. Sometimes I do it to myself. I'll be completely alone and I'll be talking to myself in the Bane voice in the mask. And
it's time for the show, Mitch.
Yeah, no one knew who I was until I put on the mask. Yeah, of course, yeah, man. I'll do it to myself. I'm a geek for all that kind of stuff, and so I use really weird things to get myself motivated, and it's funny that you bring that up because I actually use comics and comic book movies to get me pumped up, and I think about and I try to channel what it's like to be Batman or Superman, and I really feel obviously training the way that I do helps the way that I perform, and that's initially why I do it, and to stay in shape and all that kind of stuff. But to push myself through a workout when I'm already tired, I think superheroes, whether they're fictional or not, when you're inside of their story, they don't have a choice. Bruce Wayne has got to train. He has got to train to compete with the guys that are trying to overthrow him and to overthrow Gotham.
Well, because Superman's going to kick his ass if he doesn't train. And even if he does train, he's still going to get his ass kicked.
Exactly. And obviously Superman doesn't really have to train, but I think that Clark, he's always honing his emotions in his mind. I don't know. Ever since I was a kid, I've always resorted back to comics, and I not to geek out, but I think that there's a lot to learn from those characters, and I don't know if I'll ever have children one day, but all my nieces and nephews will hear about Batman and Superman and the X-Men and Captain America and Wolverine, and they'll know about them all for sure.
Okay, so quick reviews on some of the movies that came out this year because I know how passionate you are and you see them. Batman versus Superman.
Oh man, total crap. Total crap.
The X-Men movie that came out.
Days of Future Past.
Days of Future Past. Is that
2 thumbs up? Bryan Singer does it again.
Oh no, Apocalypse, the new one.
Oh, loved it. Loved it. It followed the comic. See, that was the problem that I had with Batman and Superman. They took three different comic storylines. They took 3 completely different ones, and I felt like they were ruining my childhood. They took the death of Superman from me, and I am just upset. I just cannot believe that Doomsday looked like a troll from Lord of the Rings. I was so pissed.
Okay, and Suicide Squad.
I'm going to give it a C. I thought it was really good. I feel like David Ayer didn't. I don't know if you know about this, but David Ayer put a cut on the floor. They went with the cut, and then they cut the preview. And the preview, the movie trailer got such a huge response that the studio went back and had the guy that cut the trailer, he ended up editing the film, and I think it ruined it.
Yeah.
So great story, great performances.
Yeah,
I disagree with how the final product was just not what I thought it was going to be.
I'm there with you. I thought the story was kind of weak. I thought the characters were great. I thought the way the movie ended up, the story was kind of weak. There were some things that I kind of questioned. I thought it was a good movie, but I thought the story really needed some help. Now, it hasn't come out yet. We're all looking forward to it. Doctor Strange. What do you think? Is it going to be great?
You know what? Honestly, I think it's going to be a great movie. I'm excited because I'm not very familiar with the comic at all. I was more of a DC guy growing up, and the Marvel stuff that I got into is X-Men, Hulk, and the Avengers. And Wolverine. So I don't know anything about Doctor Strange, so I'm like really super pumped. And I love Benedict Cumberbatch. I think he's an amazing actor, so I'm excited to. Is that how you pronounce his name? I don't know.
Yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Anyway, I like him.
He's really good.
I really like him.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, when Wayland's in town and we get the opportunity, Mitch and I go see a lot of movies.
Yeah, actually, Johnny is my favorite movie-going person besides Dean Pizzazz, and that's saying a lot, buddy.
Well, usually it's the three of us, which is cool. We can go check out a movie and go have some fun. Go to Celebration Cinema and check out whatever.
I love it. And it sucks. I haven't got to spend a lot of time in the theater, but this fall and winter season, I think I'm going to get a chance to be in the theater a little bit more. So I'm excited.
Nice. So for everybody who doesn't know, these are the kind of conversations Mitch and I have as we talk a lot about movies.
It's funny. I totally forgot I was in an interview. I thought I was just talking to my friend Johnny.
That's what's always fun.
Awesome.
But the important thing is tomorrow you guys are going to be in the area. You're going to be in Allegan at the Allegan County Fair playing a big rock show.
Right. Yeah, playing a rock show. I'm really excited about the lineup. We've done this lineup at the intersection. The Royal Bliss guys have got some things popping all over the country. They have just an incredible live show, and then our dudes in Mutual Live, who are originally from Michigan, they just put on a great show. One thing I'm really excited about that Michigan really hasn't seen us do a lot of, Nigel Dupree is playing with us on stage right now.
Yeah.
And he came out as a tech, and he had some ideas about some parts that he could play. He's an amazing musician. Like, he can play anything that you throw at him, and he's an incredible singer. He can sing as high as I can, so he's actually singing some high harmonies that nobody else can sing that are on the record that haven't been able to do. So he's up on this riser on the stage, and the whole show, literally, he's playing guitars, keyboard, and he sings on two microphones, and sometimes is literally playing guitar and keyboard at the same time, which is really cool.
Nice. So if you bring your dogs to the show, he'll be hitting notes that your dogs can hear and enjoy as well.
Exactly. I mean, this guy, he's so incredible. Such a chip off the old block as well. I mean, like, Jesse is an amazing guitar player and an incredible musician. And Nigel is just, I got to say, since I was younger, since I've known him, I've really looked up to him as a musician and the things that he's able to do. And his ideas are just really great. It's something that happened really natural. And I think the consensus is from fans and radio people all over the country is that the band just sounds so big. And we're doing it without the use of tracks, and all the singing and all the playing that you hear when we're out there, that's happening organically on stage, and I'm really proud of that.
Yeah, I got to see a little bit of your rehearsal when you first got Nigel in the band. You were rehearsing over at the intersection. You guys were playing some stuff, and it just sounds huge. It sounds like Wayland should sound live. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, it just sounds a lot more like the records that we recorded when we first started playing. When we first started touring years and years and years ago, we did use a backing track so that we could sound like the record. We just felt really uncomfortable. The first year that we used it, we were just really uncomfortable. Every sound check, the guy's like, okay, give me the tracks. And you're like, okay, here's our tracks.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. Like, I don't have anything bad to say about any bands that use tracks, and that's everyone's prerogative. But we stopped using them after a while. And it was just the four of us, so that we sounded good and we were tight, but the sound was very sparse.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy now that we're sounding more and more like the record, and it's happening organically and musically, and we're making music, man. I'm very proud and very honored to be a part of this organization. It's an amazing band.
So if you haven't seen Wayland in a while, even if you have seen Wayland sort of recently, at least, things have changed. Things have gotten bigger and better. You're playing new songs, got a new guy in the band filling out the sound. It's going to be a huge show tomorrow night, Allegan County Fair. Get all the details over at WGRD.com. Tickets are pretty reasonably priced, too. It's like the cheapest day of the whole Allegan County Fair. And there's beer. $25.
And there's beer.
Yeah, you get
And
to
there's
see the
beer.
show. You get a bunch of sampling tickets so you can check out all the great beers, and you get to enjoy the show. Wayland, Royal Bliss, Mutual Live. It's going to be fantastic.
And just so everybody knows, we have Sunday off. We're staying the night on Saturday, and we are going to be partying our little tushes off. So this is going to be a fun time.
So, yeah, not only do you get to see the show, drink the beer, but you get to party with Wayland until the wee hours of Monday morning.
Yeah, and for everyone that doesn't know, like when Wayland and Royal Bliss get together, it's a ridiculous time. And I just highly recommend coming out, seeing the show, and being a part of the absolute debauchery that happens afterwards.
Yes, make sure your insurance is up to date, and join us at Allegan County Fair tomorrow for the Wayland Show. Mitch, thanks for calling, man. It's always fun.
Hey, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it, brother.
And we'll see you tomorrow night at the Allegan County Fair.
Awesome.
Get all the details on the show and your tickets right now over at WGRD.com.